Hello. This video I'm going to try and show you a method of harvesting a Rubbermaid bin. This bin was started approximately in September. I started with approximately 50 European night crawlers. I have not fed the bin for the last couple of weeks in anticipation of harvesting it. One of the things, there's some cardboard left in this bin that's not completely done, and I'll separate that out and show you what that looks like. Now, these were large pieces of corrugated cardboard, and as you can see, there's some fairly large worms in there, and it's impossible to separate them. They're just throughout the cardboard. So I'm just going to put them in a bucket over here. And this will form the basis of a new bin. Have a nice start for a new bin. Material's a little wetter than I like to deal with. That's typical of a Rubbermaid. So, anyway, what I'm going to do next, I'm just going to pour all the material. This is a mortar tray. I bought it at Home Depot. I think Lowe's also sells them. I've heard that the ones from Home Depot are better quality. I have not experienced that myself. I've only bought one, so I can't tell you. Supposedly the one at Lowe's are made in China, and they're not as durable as the ones that Home Depot has. You'll have to research that for your own benefit. So what I'm going to do now is just kind of level this out. Excuse me. Smoked for too many years. Okay. So I pretty well got it leveled out. Now I'm just going to let it sit here and dry out. The larger surface area of the mortar tray will allow the bin to dry out quicker so that I can conveniently harvest it. So, goodbye for a day. The bin's been drying now for 2 days, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. First thing I'm going to do is pile all the vermicompost and worms, pile them all up in a mound here. I'll leave the light on, and that will drive the worms down lower so that I can eventually all the worms will wind up near the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is just go away for an hour or so, give the worms a chance to bury themselves. So I've still got a few of them clear up on top, and they'll go down with the light. There's an eggshell that sure didn't get pulverized very good, but that's all right. Anyway, be back in a couple hours. Okay, it's been about an hour, so I'm going to start harvesting. And What I do is just pull some off the top, scatter it around, make sure there's no worms in it. If I see a worm, I just pick it up. Got a little cup over here that I'm going to put it in. If my lights were a little stronger, then the worms would move down quicker. But it's just early spring, so you really don't want to try and do this outside. If you do it outside, you'd have to do it in the shade to make sure you don't cook the worms. You can see I'm going through a fair amount of material fairly quickly, and I will continue this. When I start running into a significant quantity of worms, then I'll stop and go away for a period of time, allow the worms to burrow down further. Just keep at it until all the material's been gone through. But it goes fairly quickly. This is a method I got from red worm composting site. He calls it turbo harvesting, I believe. He went ahead and mounted a fluorescent tube over his bench. I just don't happen to have a spare fluorescent fixture. Right now all my lights are being used for grow out of plants for the garden. Okay, I'm starting to run into a fair amount of worms, so I'm going to shut down for a while. I'll get most of this harvested before I start filming again. Okay, I'm getting down to the bottom now, and this is what I've got left. As you can see, there's quite a few worms in there. Considering I started with 50 worms, I think they've bred pretty well. They're all down here at the bottom. I'll let them settle down a little bit and take some more of the vermicompost out, and then I'll call the job done. Thanks for watching.